Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show, and it's time to get your mutual fund portfolio queries answered. And today on the show, I have with me Shweta Rajani, Head Mutual Funds, Anand Rathi Wealth. Shweta, good evening and welcome to the show. Just in case you want to send across your questions, you can do that through our WhatsApp number, which is 865-797-4571. You can also email us your questions on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. Let's move on and let's take our first viewer query, which is from Vishakha. Vishakha says that she is 32 years old and she wants to invest 60,000 monthly in mutual fund schemes through SIP, and the time horizon is for 20 to 25 years. We don't have it on the phone line, but 60,000 a month for 20-25 years. Shweta.
Hi, Vishaka. While it's good that you've started your SIP, what I would just suggest is every year look at how you can increase your SIP through a step-up mode. Plus, always keep in mind that you should have a goal towards which you are doing your investments and have your asset allocation in place. So everything is not going towards an equity SIP. You should have some bit of debt in your portfolio too. So that was, my two bits on how you should construct your portfolio. Coming to the 60,000 of SIP that you are talking about, what I would suggest is you should spread it across at least 5 schemes, and then you can gradually increase the number of schemes. The portfolio that I suggest to you would be to have a quant large cap, a Kotak multi cap. You can also have a SBI Contra, HDFC Flexi, and an Invesco small cap fund. So, this is taking into account where you can have a good return potential as well as keeping diversification in mind. So, that's my recommendation to you.
All right. Let's take up Sidhu's question. And Sidhu says that he's a state government employee. He has NPS account and investing in SBI pension fund. He also has LIC pension fund and UTI pension fund, I guess. And for long term and for retirement planning, is this a good option for higher profits? Can he look at any other alternative in terms of investments options is concerned? And can he also change the schemes, NPS schemes, twice per year? Okay, we don't have him on the phone line. Otherwise, I wanted to ask him that why do he has 3 pension funds? But yeah, what will you recommend?
Yes, Kavita. So, Sidhu, coming to your question, one, if your pension scheme is 100% equity oriented, then of course, you have the potential of making returns of double digit. So that's a good thing. But however, do you have better alternatives? I would say yes, an equity fund, if I have to rank it, would it be slightly better than your pension fund? Yes. And why do I say that? See, what happens is in a pension fund, while you're getting a tax advantage, it has a liquidity criteria. You cannot liquidate it whenever you want. So at the age of 60, you can take some portion of it tax free. The rest, one third, you'll have to take it as annuity. So that I would say is a disadvantage. If the same thing is an equity fund, you can redeem it whenever you need, in case there is a certain emergency. Plus, you can get the entire quantum, redeemed at the same point of time that the moment you reach your retirement age. The equity fund will also give you, if you're going in for an ELSS scheme, the advantage of an ATC benefit. So you get that 1,50,000 of an advantage. So my recommendation would be that you don't need 3 pension schemes. You can spread it out to equity funds. Second, again, you don't need 3 pension schemes. Maybe you can just go with one. The question you asked on, can you change your schemes in between? I am assuming you meant, can you change your option? Because in a pension fund, you have an option to switch between, do you want to have it as 100% equity? Do you want to have a mix of equity and government bonds or bonds in your portfolio? So that asset allocation for your pension funds, twice you can change in a year. However, if you are having a longer tenure to your retirement, then I suggest you should continue to have an higher equity allocation to your pension fund as well to get the higher advantage. Some mutual fund schemes that I would suggest you can have in your portfolio, you can go in for a quant multi cap. You can have a Canara Robeco flexi cap. You can also have an HDFC small cap fund in your portfolio. In case of an ELSS, I would again suggest you can go in for a quant ELSS or an HDFC ELSS for your portfolio, Sidhu.
All right, Sidhu, you might want to consider investment options beyond NPS as well for retirement. We'll take Mr. Lalchand's query, and he wants to know if he can invest 1 lakh rupees in HDFC Manufacturing Fund.
So, okay, this is just one scheme. I don't know, Lalchan, what your entire portfolio is. Is this your only investment, or are you looking at, you have a broader diversified portfolio and you're just looking at, adding on to one theme? I'm not too sure, but I'm going to give you my recommendation on this. See, if you're looking at manufacturing or any other thematic product, it becomes very important that you time your entry as well as you time your exit. Now, you'll be able to do that if you're well connected with the markets, you're tracking your investments very closely and regularly. In case you're not doing that, then I would suggest leave it to a diversified fund manager to do these sector calls on your behalf and invest in a diversified fund. Second, even if you have a diversified fund, then adding on to a theme should be restricted to 5% of your portfolio. That's my two bits. If you want to go in for a diversified portfolio, then I would say you can go in for an SBI large, HDFC Flexi, Quant Value, ICICI Proof Focus. Those are the four funds I would suggest. Also, ensure that even if you have a manufacturing fund, you are spreading it across at least 7 8 funds in your portfolio so that you don't have a scheme concentration, you don't have an AMC concentration in your portfolio.
All right, let's move on to K. Girinath's question. And he's already investing in mutual funds, and he's got Motilal Oswal Nifty 50, Axis India Manufacturing, DSP Small Cap, DSP Banking Financial Services, HDFC Mid Cap Opportunity, HDFC Large and Mid Cap, HDFC S&P, BSC Sensex. Okay, there are a lot of funds. I don't think I should be reading them all out because the time will be up. Okay, he has given his wife's portfolio also. Wife's portfolio has Aditya Birla Savings Fund, Canara Bank Blue Chip, and Parag Parikh Flexi Cap. And okay, so he wants to invest 44,000. He's got invested 44,000 in equity, which I think he wants to invest. Okay, I'm slightly confused on the last part of the question. He says he has 44,000 invested in equity, which now is value 76,000, and he also wants to buy 250 grams of physical gold. He has it. Okay, so he wants to know if he's on the right path or if he's diversified really well. So first, let's cut down his mutual funds. I think I've taken up a lot of time in just asking you the question, Shweta. So yeah, quickly, what will be the answer for him?
Sure. So what I'll do is I'm gonna, reverse a bit. I will give him the scheme recommendation and then I'm going to tell him what to do on the broader portfolio. Giriraj, just coming to your mutual fund portfolio, you have a lot of index funds which can be avoided. Be in the active space, you will get 2-3% per annum more. You have a lot of sector-oriented or theme-oriented funds, which again is avoidable because you are getting those same sector exposures even through the other funds that you have. So I'm just reading out the schemes that you can hold on to. The rest you can stop your SIP and exit out of them. So hold on to DSP small, HDFC mid cap, HDFC large and mid, Mirai Asset mid, Edelweiss large, and the Parag Parikh Flexi. These are the funds you can hold on. All other schemes that you've mentioned, you can stop your SIP and exit once it's out of exit load. Few more schemes that you can add on to your portfolio. You can add on to some flexi caps. So add on a Canara Flexi, add on to a HDFC Flexi, and you can also consider adding on a Quant Active to your portfolio. Coming to your broader portfolio now, your portfolio, considering the equity funds, you also have some liquid funds and you have a lot of gold in the portfolio. So you need to ensure that gold is not more than 5 or 10% of your overall portfolio. And even if you are doing that, look at having a sovereign gold bond fund where you can actually get a 2.5% extra. Look at building your portfolio more towards equity, so that your goals, you've not even listed down your goals properly. You need to do that, list down your goals. so that you know how much of an SIP or a monthly investment you need to do. Right now, you're doing 2,80,000, including your wife and your child's portfolio. Will that help you meet your goal or no? Is the first step that you need to
The
actually
portfolio
put
level
down
is
and do.
actually, so a lot of clarity on the portfolio level is already needed. So, you helped him
Yes.
as much as you could, Shweta, but we would request Mr. Girira to send across your question again with a lot of clarity that even was demanded from Shweta. But with that, it's time up on the show today. Thank you so much, Shweta, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their portfolio queries. And before I wrap, I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.